This is Chris Medeiros. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medeiros, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. And I'll be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Friday Night SmackDown March 10th, 2023 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. And then we kick off the show with the first match of the night. It was a Fatal 5-Way match. But before we talk about that Fatal 5-Way match, there was a segment that happened right when the show started. So we see Paul Heyman waiting, for the Usos. The Usos come pulling up. And, yeah, Jimmy and Jay gets out the car, and Solo does too. So, yeah, they are there. And, we see Paul Heyman wanting to talk to Jay, talking about it's great to see you and everything. And, gave him a hug and all that stuff. But then Jay was talking about where's Roman at, and he goes like, well, I don't know. And Jay was like, okay, cool, tell Roman I'm here to look for him. So yeah, that's what Jay said. But then Caleb Braxton comes up and interviews Jay, talking about why did he do that to Sami Zayn, and he says he'll explain everything later on tonight in the middle of the ring. And Jimmy was telling her that everybody should stay out of the Bloodline's business. So yeah, that's what he said. But then we get to the first match of the night. It was Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross versus LA Knight versus Xavier Woods in a Fatal 5-Way number one contenders match. So yeah, that's what this match is all about. Fatal 5-Way match. Winner of this match goes to WrestleMania to face the Intercontinental Champion Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, originally Kofi Kingston was supposed to be in this match, but he got injured last week on SmackDown, so he got replaced with Xavier Woods, which he did pretty good as well in this match. But yeah, during this match there was two referees actually, one inside the ring, one at ringside and everything. And it was a pretty good match. Xavier Woods and everybody had their chance to shine. Like we see Woods hit that elbow drop onto LA Knight from across the ring. He pins him, but then everybody breaks at the pin at the count of 2 and everything. There was a cool move where we see Drew McIntyre upside down at the turnbuckles. Karrion Kross climbs up the top turnbuckle about to do something. LA Knight quickly runs and jumps up there, grabbing Karrion Kross, about to hit a superplex onto him. And that's when Drew McIntyre lifts up, hitting a German suplex on LA Knight, which LA Knight hit a superplex onto Karrion Kross, taking him out. And then everybody was going at it. Drew McIntyre and Sheamus were getting in each other's way majority of the time after that, and they just going at it and everything. We see Xavier Woods jump off the top turnbuckle. He gets caught with a bro kick by Sheamus, and then Drew McIntyre quickly hits a Claymore onto LA Knight. Drew McIntyre pins LA Knight, and Sheamus pins Xavier Woods at the same time. But yeah, they both went for the pin at the same time and got the 3 count. And yeah, it looks like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus won this match at the same time. And we actually had Imperium actually watching this match up the ramp and stuff. So yeah, that's what happened there. Everybody's confused, but yeah, it looks like it'll maybe be a triple threat match at WrestleMania between Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. But yep, that's what happened there. Pretty good match. I give that match 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it very good Fatal 5-Way match. But yep, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see Caleb Braxton interviewing Paul Heyman backstage, and Paul Heyman was, talking about Cody Rhodes and everything, talking about Roman Reigns, how he had to go up to Roman Reigns, ask him, should I do it the gangster way or the truth way? And Roman saying the gangster way is telling Cody Rhodes the truth and everything, and tell him everybody knows about his past and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what he was saying, and yeah, just stuff like that, which was pretty cool from Paul Heyman. But yep, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to be seeing who will be the first inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a 6-man tag team match. But before we talk about that tag team match, first things first, is we get the first inductee into the 2023 WWE Hall of Fame. So yeah, the first person to get inducted into the Hall of Fame for this year is Rey Mysterio. Yeah, Rey Mysterio gets inducted. now, yeah, I'm actually surprised that Ray's getting inducted this year, but now raises some questions because he's not retired at all. He's still like a full-time wrestler right now, or yeah, pretty much. But yeah, being inducted into the Hall of Fame next night, we're definitely going to be in a match against Dominic or whatever. Maybe a retirement match, who knows? But yeah, it just raises some questions, But yeah, other than that, Rey Mysterio is going to be the first inductee into the 2023 Hall of Fame this year. So yeah. But yeah, he comes out about to speak up until he gets interrupted by Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley. The Judgment Day. Dominic comes in there talking a lot of junk about Rey Mysterio, talking about how he should not be inducted into the Hall of Fame, how he's not that great and everything. But then they get interrupted by Santos Escobar, Joaquin Wilde, Cruz del Toro, and Zelina Vega. Legado del Fantasma, they come down, and pretty much Legado del Fantasma is ready for a match. It was like, well, we got a match scheduled for later on tonight, but let's do it right now. And the referee comes down, we'll get the match underway. So yeah, it was Legado del Fantasma versus the Judgment Day in a 6-man tag team match. Rhea Ripley was at ringside for the Judgment Day. Zelina Vega and Rey Mysterio was at ringside for Legado del Fantasma. So yeah, 6-man tag team match. It was a pretty good 6-man tag. Cruz del Toro was doing pretty good up against Dominic, taking him down and stuff. Hit a Spanish fly onto him. Almost got the 3 count, but the pin got broken up at the count of 2 by Damian Priest. And then Cruz del Toro takes out Damian Priest. That's when Santos Escobar and Joaquin Wilde hits a suicide dive onto Finn Balor and Damian Priest to take them both out. And then we see Zelina Vega jump off the steel steps trying to hit a Hurricane Rana on the Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley catches her and power bombs her onto Santos Escobar and Joaquin Wilde outside the ring. Rey Mysterio goes face to face with Rhea Ripley. That's when Dominic Mysterio hits a baseball slide onto Rey, taking him out. And then Joaquin Wilde rolls up Dominic. He could have got the 3 count, but the referee was distracted because Rey Mysterio got into the ring after the baseball slide and stuff. So yeah, the referee was distracted. That's when Damian Priest comes in there, kicking Cruz del Toro upside the head, and then Dominic goes for the 3 count. So yeah, but yeah, the Judgment Day defeated Legado del Fantasma tonight in a 6-man tag team match. That's what happened. It was an okay match. For that match, a 6-man tag team match, I'll give it 3 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good one. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then after the match ended, Dominic grabs the mic. He tells Rey Mysterio that he wants to speak to him one-on-one, and he tells the rest of the Judgment Day to get out the ring. So yeah, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley gets out the ring. Rey gets into the ring, and then Dominic was like, I don't understand why you getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. The only Hall of Fame you belong to is the Deadbeat Dad Hall of Fame. So yeah, that's what Dominic was saying. He pushes Rey in the face, pretty much pie-faced him, and then Rey didn't want to fight him. He throws a piece of gum at Rey, and then he runs at Rey. Rey ducks, and then that's when Dominic went through the second rope and stuff, and he starts getting mad, talking about, you're not going to do something like that to me, and he says that you're going to fight me one day. So yeah, that's what he tells Rey, and Rey was like, I'm not going to fight you. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good stuff though. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Friday Night SmackDown. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a tag team match. But before we talk about that tag team match, there was a segment backstage where we see Adam Pearce walking into his office, and in the office was the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. So yeah, Charlotte Flair was waiting on Adam Pearce, and she was talking about how since it's WrestleMania season, she just wants a match tonight. He said, okay, cool, I'll put you in the match. I just gotta look for you for an opponent, and that'll be it. So yeah, that's what happened there. She'll be in the match later on tonight on SmackDown. But then we get to the tag team match. It was Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus Eric and Ivar with Valhalla at ringside, the Viking Raiders, in a tag team match. And it was a pretty good tag team match. At one point, we see Ivar taking out Braun Strowman. And since Ivar took out Braun Strowman outside the ring, Ricochet was trying to tag him in and stuff, but it was, Strowman wasn't there, so he had roll up Eric, and Eric kicked out at 2. And then there was one moment when, right as soon as Eric kicks out at 2, he knees Ricochet in the face, and then hit him with a sit-out powerbomb, pins him, but Ricochet barely kicking out at 2 as well. And then we're getting closer and closer to the end of the match where Braun Strowman tags in Ricochet. Strowman gets out the ring to hit the Strowman Express, runs over there hitting the shoulder block onto Ivar, taking him out, and runs to go hit Eric with it. But then Valhalla grabs Eric, pulling him out the way, and then Braun Strowman went flying over the announce table, taking himself out. And then we see Ricochet coming up, hitting a suicide dive onto Eric, taking him out. Valhalla is getting in Ricochet's face, scaring the hell out of him and stuff. And Ricochet decides to climb up the top turnbuckle. But while he's climbing up the top turnbuckle, Ivar is laying down on the mat and stuff, taken out still. Ricochet jumps off with a 450 splash. Ivar moves out the way. Ricochet lands on his feet. And then Ricochet gets hit with a big heel kick, big right heel kick from Ivar. And then Ivar climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the big splash onto Ricochet, and pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, the Viking Raiders defeated Braun Strowman and Ricochet tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. It was a pretty good tag team match. Yeah, it was a really good one. I give that match 3 stars. That's why I'll give it a really good tag team match between those two teams. But yeah, that's what happened there. The Viking Raiders finally picking up some momentum after a while, for sure. So yeah, they're the ones that picked up the win tonight. But then after that, we see Adam Pearce backstage, and then we see the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci Imperium coming up, and Gunther wants to talk to Adam Pearce about what happened earlier tonight in that Fatal 5-Way match, talking about how he was supposed to face one person, how he's a challenger and not challengers. So yeah, that's what Gunther was saying, and Adam Pearce was like, here, I'll fix it. Next week on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre will be taking on Sheamus one-on-one. Winner of that match will be facing you in a one-on-one match for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, and Gunther was happy about that. So yeah, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to be seeing the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, in action up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, it was a one-on-one match. It was the WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, versus Shotzi one-on-one. So yeah, Shotzi is Charlotte Flair's opponent. They're going back and forth during this match, and Charlotte, like she was going to lock on the figure 8 onto Shotzi up until Rhea Ripley comes walking out, her theme song playing and everything, which kind of distracted Charlotte. Shotzi rolls her up, but gets a 2 count onto her, and then Rhea Ripley standing by the announce table, just watching this match going on. Charlotte and Shotzi's going at it back and forth and everything in the ring, but then we get to the very ending where we see Charlotte hit the spear onto Shotzi, and then she locks on the figure 4, turning it into the figure 8, making Shotzi tap out. So yeah, Charlotte Flair defeated Shotzi tonight on SmackDown. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yep, that's what happened there. And then after the match ended, Rhea Ripley gets into the ring, grabs the mic, starts talking to Charlotte, and then Charlotte's talking as well, and that she says that Rhea Bloody Ripley eradicates everybody, beats everybody except for her, and at WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair will be the one beating Rhea Ripley and retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship. So yeah, that's what Charlotte Flair said, and she walked out the ring, and Rhea Ripley smiling. So yep, that's what happened there. But yeah, like I said, for that match, I'll give it 2 stars. That's why I'll give it. But up next, we're going to be seeing the last segment of the night, because up next, we're going to be seeing the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, making their way out to the ring up next. So yeah, they'll be out there. And apparently Roman Reigns is there tonight on SmackDown and all that. So yeah, we'll be seeing everything up next on Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Friday Night SmackDown, we'll get to the last segment of the night, and apparently Roman Reigns ain't here. So yeah, the next thing that happened on SmackDown was we had the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, come out, and yeah, Jay was explaining about everything, why he had to beat up Sammy on Raw and everything like that. So he was explaining, and he says that family comes first. Like, for instance, family always comes first. They bleed the same blood and everything. If family needs help, you gotta help your family out. It doesn't matter who else is, if you're friends with somebody, whatever. Family always comes first. If one of your family members' lights go out, you're going to help them pay their light bill and stuff for that lights to come back on and everything. So yeah, that's what Jay was laying out, just saying that family comes first before anybody. So yeah, that's what he was saying. It's pretty understandable, somewhat. So yeah, that's what happened there. And yeah, he was just talking about it a lot like that. But then they was talking about Cody Rhodes and all that stuff about what happened on Monday Night Raw. And then Cody Rhodes comes out. So yeah, Cody Rhodes is here tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. And he was talking about how he don't got to respond to nobody like Roman Reigns, how he responds to the fans and stuff. And he's ready for a fight. And then Sami Zayn comes up through the crowd and stuff, attacking Jimmy Uso. And then Cody Rhodes getting ring of brawling with Jay. So yeah, the Usos are brawling with Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. Sami's brawling with Jimmy and stuff outside the ring. We see Cody Rhodes brawling with Jay through the crowd and stuff. They get back into the ring, but then the Usos quickly escaped. And yeah, Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn was standing in the middle of the ring. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment. If you have yet, go check it out. But yep, that was it in the segment for tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. So yeah, for tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown, I'll give it 7 stars. I'll give it 7.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good episode. For match of the night, I gotta say it was that Fatal 5-Way match from earlier. But yeah, pretty good episode. But yeah, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bales, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. I'll be down there in the description box. And I'll see you guys later for this Monday's Monday Night Raw reviews. See you guys later. Until then.